What's going on YouTube? That's So Kyle here, and for the last couple weeks you guys have been joining me on my journey to a healthier lifestyle. 2 weeks ago I introduced the fact that I lost 26 pounds in 9 weeks, and last week I put out a video about the diet that I used to achieve this. One thing that I forgot to mention about that diet though is no eating past 7 o'clock. This is extremely important. You want to be able to have enough time to digest your food after you're done eating and before you go to sleep, where you're not going to have any sort of physical activity. Obviously, you're sleeping. I will leave the links to those videos in the description below. This week I want to share with you guys what my workout routine looks like these days. But before I do, I want to talk about some vocabulary words and some concepts before we get into that. First, I want to talk about reps and sets and what they are. Reps is short for repetitions. It's basically how many times you do a particular exercise consecutively. Sets is how many of those times that you do them. So say you have one set will be you do an exercise, say curls, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is one set of 5 reps. Okay? The next concept I want to talk about is drop sets. I originally learned this from YouTube from CT Fletcher. Shout out to CT Fletcher. Basically the concept behind this is you start off with a weight that you can barely get 6 or 7 reps. From there, me personally, I take about 25% of the weight off. So I take it off and then quickly get back to doing whatever exercise it is, and you just go until failure, until you can't do any more clean reps. And then from there, I can take off about 25% more of that weight and then go to failure again. And that would be one full set for me. 3 drop sets is one main set for me. The next thing I want to talk about is what I learned on YouTube and Google about how males typically lose weight faster. From what I remember reading and learning about watching videos on was men typically burn fat faster by building muscle. So instead of doing the low weight, high reps to where you're trying to lean out, thinking that you're going to burn more fat that way, you actually want to build muscle, and the way to do that is to do high weight, low reps. The last term I want to talk about is compound exercises. As I mentioned before, I don't have that much time anymore these days. I don't have 3 hours to spend each day working out. So I have to try to make the most out of my time and be as efficient as possible. So I'll be utilizing a lot of compound exercises. And what they are is that instead of doing, like, for example, a bicep curl is you're basically just working your biceps. That is not a compound exercise. Compound exercise is where you're going to work more than one muscle group. An example of these that I'll be actually showing you guys later on in the video is the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. Now I do have a disclaimer. I do not have any formal training in physical fitness or physical health. I'm not a personal trainer. These are just things that I'm sharing with you guys, my experiences and what I've learned through the internet, and that I have applied myself, and what's worked for me, and hopefully it works for you guys as well. So definitely keep that in mind while you're watching these videos. Now, let's get into my routine. The routine that I've started to use this time around is the push-pull days. Basically, one day you do only pull exercises, and then the next day would be push exercises, and then you just rotate back and forth on whatever day you go. I'm about to share with you guys the exercises that I personally use on my push-pull days. However, we're not going to be at the gym, and I'm actually going to be filming this in front of a green screen for a couple of reasons. One, I don't really feel comfortable videotaping myself at a gym where there's lots of mirrors and there's other people there. It's mainly for their privacy sake, where I don't want to kind of invade on their privacy when I'm recording myself when they can possibly be in the video. I know I can blur them out, but just for their ease of mind, I don't do it. The second reason is I don't want any judgment cast on the amount of weight that I use. So instead of using a barbell, I will be using a Swiffer stick. So let's get to it. I'm going to start with the push exercises that I use. After I stretch, the first exercise that I perform is a squat, which is a compound exercise. You're mainly working the quads, glutes, and hamstrings. You're going to want to use a squat rack, especially if you're by yourself. Using a squat rack allows you to take advantage of the safety catch bars or straps. If you can't finish a rep, you can safely set the loaded bar on the safety catches. So to do this exercise, set the bar where your knees are slightly bent, and when you stand up straight, the bar has fully cleared the bar catches. You're going to want to flex your trap muscles and place the bar across your back over your flexed trap muscles. This may be uncomfortable at first, and you may want to use a bar pad. At the gym, there may be some bar pads that look like large pool noodles, or the one I originally purchased is called the Manta Ray. The link is in the description. After setting the bar height and where it sets on your back, grab the bar at shoulder width apart. Your feet should also be shoulder width apart. You will then move forward into the cage while keeping your back straight. Squat down as if you're going to sit on a small stool. Then you're going to want to stand up, driving through your heels. Next on the list is bench press, which is also a compound exercise. This focuses on the chest, triceps, and shoulders. To set the bar height, when you grab the bar and fully extend your arms, you're going to make sure the bar has fully cleared the bar holder. Next, be sure to be centered on the bench. Your bar grip should be slightly past shoulder width, and when you lower and raise the bar, they should be in controlled movements, keeping the bar in line with your nipples. The next exercise I do is skull crushers. This focuses on your triceps. What I do is find a flat bench. I lay down as if I'm doing a bench press, then bending my elbows so that the barbell of weight is coming towards my face until your biceps and forearm form a 90-degree angle, and then back up to the vertical position. Next, I do a shoulder press. You can use barbell or dumbbells for this. You're going to sit in a vertical position and press the weight up and down, and where your arms are going no deeper than a 90-degree angle. Next on push day, I do calf extensions. You're going to place an appropriate amount of weight on the machine and place the knee pads tightly on your knees. Then remove the safety catch and lift the weight such as you're going to stand on your tippy toes and then back down past the normal plane. The last exercise I do on push day is quad leg extensions. The machine typically looks like this. After setting a comfortable weight, you extend your legs outward, and while keeping the weight under your control, you lower the weight back down without letting the weight stack touch the rest of the weights. Now, to start my pull day are bicep curls. The important concept to keep in mind is staying as stationary as possible, with no body swinging and fully flexing at the top of the curl. Swaying your body is using momentum to lift the weight and not all of your strength, while flexing at the top of the curl will improve muscle building. Gripping the bar differently or using dumbbells will work different areas of your bicep, so be sure to mix it up. Next up is the standard deadlift. As I mentioned earlier, this is also a compound exercise. This focuses on the lower back, hamstrings, and quads. The way you set the bar is when you're standing up straight, feet shoulder width apart, you look down at your feet. The bar should be going across the top of the tongue of your shoes. Your hand placement should be just past your leg width. Squat down, keeping your back straight, lift the bar using your legs, driving through your heels. Once the bar is past your knees, then you no longer use your legs. Now you use your lower back to pull the weight up. This whole time your back should be straight. Lowering the weight is going in reverse. You use your lower back to lower the bar just past your knees. Then you lower the bar the rest of the way by squatting. Next, I do upright rows using a barbell. With your legs slightly past shoulder width, slightly bend your knees and lean forward, keeping your back straight. When you pull the weight up to your navel, you're going to want to imagine squeezing a grapefruit in between your shoulder blades. The last exercise that I do is the lat pull down. Where I grab the bar is right past where the bar starts to bend. You want to pull towards your chest as if you're doing a pull-up, then maintaining control of the weight as you go up on the upstroke. I forgot to video my starting and current weight. 3 weeks ago I weighed 172 pounds. This is starting the 4th week and I am now 166 pounds. I wanted to get my body fat measured prior to working out, but I'm still waiting on that to get measured at my local gym. This is my body progress. I feel like my obliques are getting tighter and my belly fat is less. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys found these last 3 videos helpful. Definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys use my diet that I shared with you guys, or if you guys also do the push-pull days, or if you guys do the typical back and bis, chest and tris, and leg day. Or if there's a routine that you guys use personally that you find very effective, leave a comment, let me know about it. I'll definitely check it out. So until next time, YouTube, I'm That's So Kyle. Thanks for watching.